'84. That lady was a rock star.
I know. That's a
back in the day. You remember that little tiny Clara?
She was like, that's that long ago, huh?
Isn't that amazing?
84. Yeah. Jeez, that was so funny.
That's about when you were born, right, Paul?
Yes, exactly. You got to come on the road with me. She's funny.
It's 8:51 right now.
That's when you were born.
Lou and Jackie here, along with our good friend Paul Mecurio. Yes, that Paul Mecurio. He's at the Funny Bone tonight and tomorrow night. People have seen you on TV all the time.
Yes.
Rattle off some of the shows that you've been on a regular basis.
I've been on Hello Providence. No, I've been on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert a bunch of times. The Tonight Show, Conan. I have my own special on Comedy Central, HBO. And you know, so I go on. I like to go on the different news channels and try to be funny about politics, but it's hard these days because we were saying, you know, tough.
Yeah, but you're in the mecca now, in the political realms, because you're in Iowa. We have one of the debates next week here at Drake, and then of course the caucus.
Yeah,
starts up again. That'll be on February 3rd. Yeah. So I'm sure that'll be part of your topic.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. I mean, there's just so much going on in the world. Like in my life and everything else. You know, I got a kid, and you know, I'm trying to figure out how do you don't know how. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I shouldn't be raising a kid. I'm an idiot. My wife knows that. Can I show you what my son gave me for good luck for the show? Before he got on the road, he said, "Daddy," and that's my camera. He goes, "Daddy, good luck," and he gave me this little dinosaur. You see that?
Yeah. Dino. That's a gas station.
Yeah, he's 15. But don't judge, Lou. Don't judge. No, it's like I can remember when he first started walking. You have kids. It's like my son was like a year, 13 months, and he was so cute because like he'd walk 10 feet and then he'd sit and he'd walk 10 feet and sit and walk 10 feet and sit, and I realized he's going to be a security guard.
Oh, life plans! I'm telling you.
And we live in New York, and we're raising a kid in New York, which can be
it's not easy.
It's not easy, but also quite entertaining. I work at the Ed Sullivan Theater, and it's right there by Times Square. So in the middle of the day, there's a rat running with a whole green apple in its mouth.
Oh, nice.
I swear to God, not like it was like the apple was bigger than its head. It was just running across the street, very focused. And a couple, you get jaded after a while living in a big city like that. Nothing phases you, right? So like a couple years ago, I would have been like, ugh. Now I'm like, good for him. He's eating healthy.
Right. Usually it's pizza.
I really thought like
that's right. It was on pizza last time.
Exactly. Yeah. He had his little Lululemon pants on. And,
just doing things right.
You know what I mean? He's like trying to get back. So yeah, and then you know we just it's a fun city. It can be exhausting at times, but it's fun.
But you do have a kid now. You're married to your high school sweetheart.
Yeah, we met.
How long have you guys been married?
I don't know. She's annoying. No, we've been together like 30 years. We dated 13 years before we got married. We met in high school.
Right.
She proposed, finally.
Yeah.
I can't tell you exact words because I get really emotional, but they ended with, or get off the pot.
Yeah. Right. It was a little ultimatum there.
I was too far behind you.
Yeah, so it was a little. Yeah, it was a little. But no, she's great. She's very different, because I'm Italian and there's a lot of this, and she's very calm, and then people hear you're Italian, they think like plastic on the furniture, that thing.
Yeah.
And it's like like there's that one room you only go in at Christmas and Easter, and there's you sit in the chair and there's on plastic, and then you're sitting in your own sweat within 2 minutes, and in that same room there's a picture of the Pope, Jesus, and Frank Sinatra on the wall.
Of course, the important people.
And the Frank Sinatra's 3 times the size of the Pope in the Jesus picture. But our house wasn't very neat growing up, but we tried to make do with what we could because we were always working in the business.
I love that you have a focus on family, because when you think that you're writing for the Daily, the Daily Show and the Colbert Report, you might think it would go political, and you're like, no, let's focus on things I truly love, which is my family.
For 2 reasons. One, to be quite honest, there's too much. I think we're all kind of tired of it.
Right.
And 2, nobody has a sense of humor about their politics. If I go up and I make a joke about President Trump, half the room won't laugh. And I'm an equal opportunity offender, I'll go after both. If I go after Democrats, they're not going to laugh. And it's like, you know what? I don't want to turn this into a political rally. Let's just have some fun and relax.
No, I love that.
Let's turn it into something musically related here. You have a podcast too, and you got Paul McCartney on your podcast.
Yes.
How in the world did you get that?
I don't like your tone or your attitude that I couldn't get Paul McCartney. I don't. Why are you working? How do you work with him? No. I was working at the Colbert Report at the time, and he was the guest that day, special guest.
Okay.
He does the rehearsal. He finishes. I'm running down to get to the studio. I round the corner, and standing in the hallway all alone is Paul McCartney, like just standing up like this, leaning against the wall, chewing gum, looking up at the ceiling like he's waiting for a bus, all alone. like, which threw me more than anything.
Right.
It was like double face, like, it's Paul McCartney and he's alone, and my whole world slows down. I'm like, oh my God, it's Paul McCartney. Like, and I'm like, do I say hi? Do I not say hi? And I'm like, look, he's like a gazelle on the Serengeti Plains. He's alone. I'm gonna pounce, right?
Right, right.
So I go, it's nice to meet you, honored, so excited, walk away. He goes, come back. He goes, what's your name? I go, Paul. He goes, oh, Paul, that's a good name. I'm like, I'll do the jokes, all right? But just, and he goes, what do you do? I go, I'm a stand-up. He goes, oh, yeah, I love stand-up. You have a kid? Yeah, I have a kid. Yeah, you travel. 5-10 minutes go by. I'm talking to Paul McCartney like I'm talking to you. Okay?
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Now, on the outside, I'm like, hey, I'm talking to Paul McCartney. On the inside, I'm like, I'm talking to Paul McCartney. Real quick, end of story, because I know we got to go. I go to him later, a couple minutes later. Will you do my podcast? He goes, yeah, sure. And I get thrown.
Where can we find it?
And it's on, Paul Mecurio is on iTunes, and I have a voice message from Paul McCartney.
We'll be right back.